The idea of education loan, I don't know whether one should say it's laudable or is conceived in a kind of environment. Well, it's a model that is adopted in many places, but every society should look at the nature of its own political economy before just adopting any model. Even in America, where it is the model of financing undergraduate classes and graduate studies. I mean, at a point in time, I remember that about 2 years ago, the American president was going to write off much of the unpaid loan. That tells you there must be something really wrong with it. Here, uh, the policy option is to say, okay, if you are within certain income bracket, it's take those who are free to apply for the loan. Fair enough. But the point is not applying for the loan and utilizing the loan. It is the capacity or ability to pay back these loans that will be, because in Europe, I know that if you collect student loan, you are given a moratorium of when you will begin to pay, and the payment is based on the capacity to pay. And what does it mean? In the sense that you must be earning within certain threshold before you are expected to, you are considered fit to pay back the loan. I'll give an example. We know that here maybe we're still talking about 30,000 minimum wage, and of course that depends on whether you have a government job or you have a private sector employment. If you graduate and the kind of job you got does not even pay that minimum wage or the wage that is you are expected to be paid as a graduate, you can be considered fit and proper. And I know that many people won't be able to pay that loan. The idea of this loan is not original with this administration. That was used to be student loan in the 70s. That is the generation we were in the university. I think it was 1,000 naira. Government had to, at a point in time, cancel it because there were so many defaulters. Why they defaulted, I wouldn't know, but I know that some people just simply saw it as a kind of baba, that is government money. They're not, because even at that time, there was still bursary. So some people got 1,000 loan and also still got about 500. So 1,005 to. Unfortunately, even as at that time, this loan was hardly coming at the appropriate time. You give a student a loan, what you call student loan, towards the end of the semester when he had paid all necessary fees, bought all the necessary books, one way or the other. By the time the loan comes, it's not likely to be in a place to use it for what it was meant for. And I also think that the loan shouldn't be applicable to undergraduate students. Yes, in Nigerian universities. I don't know why government will not be able to fund its students through the undergraduate classes. In the UK, that I may be familiar with, student loan is applicable to graduate schools. And secondary school, that is, even if you're in medical school, after your preclinical, government funds it. Government funds it. So you get student loan. It's only during your clinicals that you are expected to pay, and then you are not even eligible for the student loan. So the on the sincerity of a government to, well, a government that can give 90 billion for what do they call it in this Hajj operations, I mean subsidy, just had about 5 billion for student loan. That should tell you whether the administration is not just playing to the gallery. Oh, let us listen to be doing something. I think they need to get back to the drawing board, to return to the drawing board, and see what can be done about it. But I do not think, in the Nigerian context, Sudan will be able to pay those loans back. One, jobs are not guaranteed here, and even if they now want to take on self-employment kind of thing, the infrastructure is not there for them to be able to generate enough income as for them to be able to pay the loan back. I'm not sure whether inability to fund, at least I know that in the south, those of us in the south here, the southwest, I'm not sure seeing our children through undergraduate classes is a problem. No, it is not. If the infrastructures are there for the parents to be able to do their trade, and adequate salaries are paid, commensurate salaries are paid to workers, we have always seen sacrificing for education as a major aspect of it. But above all, I think we should emphasize more on bursary to students throughout their undergraduate classes. More bursary to buy books, and let government fix the public universities properly. Students are already paying, so it is not too correct to say that, oh, government is fund. No, a lot of money students pay. Most most universities don't offer hostels again. These students have to rent accommodation outside. There are no more university sponsored cafeterias. These students now have to find a way to feed themselves. So while in school, the parents are already paying so much. So if you run the public school properly, a lot of people will return to public schools, so they won't need to get burdened about funding their children undergraduate classes. Yes, if a student now wants to go to postgraduate school, yes, he should be find a way to fund himself, because it's an extra. Yes, but now these days people go to postgraduate school not because they really desire to go to postgraduate schools, but it's a stop that, oh, we can't get jobs, instead of sitting down at home, let's find something doing. And at the end of another 18 months or 2 years in the graduate school, they come back to the same situation of no jobs. So government must think of, okay, how do these students pay back? Even if they are able to utilize the loan effectively during the undergraduate class, jobs are not guaranteed. And self-engagement in terms of the private sectors are downsizing every day, because they are running, I mean, these people establish their business because of profit. But a situation where a substantial part of their money has been used on what government should normally provide, electricity, they now spend so much on diesel, repairing of generators break down, and then look at, I mean, just along that route where you came from, a vehicle like land broke put down there. So the people have been there for some 8 hours. But the road itself is bad. And sometimes the goods are upturned. And you see another trailer. All this eat into their profit. And after some time, they may not be able to absorb the, the shocks that all of these losses. And they just shut down. They begin from laying off some staff in the name of, so we are downsizing, we are trimming, we are readjusting, organizing. But the bottom line is that people lose jobs. So if those who are already working are being laid off, not because they are old, reach retirement age, but because the company they work for is no longer making money, and they are not charity organizations. So I think we need to really think properly of how we fund education. I would all this thing. I mean, people were taxed, but whether you had a child in school or you don't have it, it's a kind of insurance, but it ensures that every child, in Western region attended school. So when the people say free education, yeah, it is free to the person enjoying it, but the society pays for it, one form or the other. It's distribution. It does not matter whether you have a child in school, but you are paying certain levy or tax for the collective benefits of everybody and for society. You go to school not because of your own personal life, for your personal achievement, but because society will benefit from the human resourcefulness that you bring into the system. Thank you.